Hello, my name is Christina Holbert, and today I'm going to be talking about birth control. I'll be going over what it is, all the different types, how they work, as well as some of the benefits and risks of using them. Birth control is defined as any method that is used to prevent pregnancy. These methods interfere with ovulation or fertilization of the egg. Ovulation is when the egg is released from the ovary and becomes available for fertilization. This usually occurs 14 days after the beginning of a woman's last menstrual cycle. According to womenshealth.gov, there are 5 different methods of birth control: sterilization, long-acting reversible contraceptives, short-acting hormonal methods, barrier methods, and natural rhythm methods. These methods are all listed from most to least effective. In 2015 to 2017, 65% of the 72.2 million women aged 15 to 49 in the United States reported to be using some form of birth control. Of these women, the most common methods that they used were female sterilization, oral contraceptive pill, long-acting reversible contraceptives, and male condoms. Between 1991 and 2015, the teen birth rate dropped to 64% due to the increased effectiveness and availability of birth control. More teens report that their sex education focused more on how to say no to sex than on contraception methods. We can't just assume that adolescents will abstain from sexual conduct, and we need to prepare them by giving them proper sex education and letting them know all of their options of contraception methods just to keep them prepared and protected. The first and most effective form of birth control is sterilization. This type of birth control prevents pregnancy indefinitely by a surgical procedure. The female procedure is called a tubal ligation. That is when the fallopian tubes are tied off and cut apart so that the egg cannot travel from the ovary and become available for fertilization. The male procedure is called a vasectomy. That is when the vas deferens is cut and tied so that sperm can no longer get into semen. The second most effective form of birth control is the long-acting reversible contraceptives. This includes the IUD, intrauterine device, and the arm implant. These are very effective and they last for many years at a time without having to be replaced. The third most effective method is the short-acting hormonal methods. These are the more common ones. We have the birth control patch, the shot, the daily pill, the emergency contraceptive pill, and the vaginal ring. These interfere with ovulation or fertilization of the egg, and there are lots of benefits to taking hormonal birth control. You could have more regular and lighter periods, fewer menstrual cramps, less acne, and also a lower risk of ovary, endometrial, and colon cancers. Now, there are some risks to taking hormonal birth control, and they are rare, but there could be an increased risk for blood clotting and high blood pressure, which could lead to heart attack or stroke. So it is highly advised that you talk to your doctor before taking any of these hormonal methods, but it is a safe method for most women. Number 4 is barrier methods. This includes condoms, cervical cap, diaphragm, and the sponge. This method is very important because STIs are only prevented by male and female condoms, so it is highly advised that you combine a barrier method with a hormonal method or another form of birth control just for maximum effectiveness. Number 5, the least most effective, is the natural rhythm method. This is basically when you avoid sex during ovulation or you use birth control only during ovulation. Now, this method is the least effective because it doesn't provide protection 24/7. It's very risky to use this method because you aren't protected all the time. You never know what's going to happen. It is best to take birth control daily or be covered for a long time just so that you are always protected from pregnancy. For more information, I've linked Planned Parenthood at the Long Beach Health Center. We have the address, phone number, and the website link with lots more information about birth control, as well as womenshealth.gov website. They have a lot of frequently asked questions about birth control that may be useful to you. These are the references that I used for my presentation, and thank you guys so much for listening.